Okay, so we should just say, I mean, the Summerween monster, I don't know how you guys feel, is like one of my favorite Gravity Falls creatures. He's awesome.
Me too. This episode was instantly loved when it came out, and I think it's because it delivers on the promise of the show actually being scary.
It's actually scary.
Like I figured like this character should play it straight. Like, there should be nothing jokey about him until the big reveal, so that the joke is... I think it was when we thought of the phrase trick or treat or die that the episode finally worked. It was like, okay, like, we've seen a lot of trick-or-treating episodes, but what if you were forced to trick-or-treat and a monster's literally going to eat you?
Right.
This was a great design by character designer Chris Houghton.
Chris Houghton,
who later became a storyboard artist on the show.
I want him to feel like he's sort of like the Scarecrow. He's sort of like the No-Face from Spirited Away. Kind of want to mix these things together.
And this Gorney, tell us who this is.
Gorney, Zach Pius, one of our writers, had the idea of a kid named Gorney, which always made me laugh because it's barely even a name. And the only reason he's there is to show the stakes. So, like, in storytelling, you're constantly trying to create high stakes very early on in the show so that you care about what happens, and you're trying to show what happens if you don't, if you lose. So the kid shows up and immediately gets eaten, so you know for the rest of this episode, I might actually watch someone get eaten. When he says trick or treat or die, I'm like, yeah, Gorney's gone.
And I love that we care instantly about Gorney, even though we haven't seen him ever, but he's great. We miss him. And I love the stories where it's actually really scary, but the characters' reactions are really funny.
Yes, like
that is such a nice contrast.
That to me really is the spirit. And like we were talking, we've been doing a bunch of different commentaries today. We were talking about the tone of Gravity Falls. We recently did the commentary for Dipper versus Manliness, and I talked about how I always was frustrated with that episode because I felt like this might be fun, but it's not the tone of Gravity Falls. This episode is the tone of Gravity Falls. Like, it's funny, it's nostalgic, but it's also genuinely scary at times. It's got a role for all the kids. It's got social stakes, and it's got monster stakes.
This one has some pretty heavy stuff about growing up, too.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. Well, and that's, I mean, I remember, I felt a little conflicted about that because I felt I'd seen some holiday specials that are about the same theme of, you know, one character. Because most holiday specials are about a character who doesn't like the holiday, right?
Sure.
Every Christmas special is like, I don't like Christmas. I don't appreciate Rosh Hashanah. I do love it now. And so, like, to me, we got away with it, by inventing a fake holiday. So it's like, you don't have enough Summerween spirit. And Dipper's like, what is this?
Right.
So you kind of side with them a little bit. You're like, it's just something they made up. But the idea that, like, that general idea of Dipper's growing out of it and Mabel isn't.
Oh no, the runner!
What the whole series?
Runner with
the little kids that come in.
Stan trying to scare these kids, man.
He also has some self-doubt.
Oh, there's a horrifying shot at the end of this episode with Stan.
So this scene of Stan's face melting, this was originally how the episode began. Stan doing this trick on the kids. I don't remember where this idea of these two disaffected kids who are unscarable came from, but we always like it when Stan's greatest rivals are children, like Gideon. Stan is so full of himself.
It works so well,
that it's really funny to see him foiled.
God. Oh no. Yeah. That's convincing, Stan.